As the United States braced for its second disaster this year, UFC light heavyweight champion Jon Jones made headlines again, but unusually for him, not in a bad way. Following the death of yet another African-American man at the hands of a white police officer, protests across the U.S. sparked wanton looting and property destruction. Jones has taken it upon himself to try and help put things back together. And in regards to his fighting career, Jones has taken that into his own hands too. After being denied his heavyweight debut, Jones relinquished his title via Twitter. According to UFC President Dana White, he was simply asking for too much. He told my lawyer he wants what Deontay Wilder was paid, White claimed of their negotiations. I think it was $30 million was what Deontay Wilder was paid. While Jones vehemently denied this, it's hard to know who's lying when he then asks for more money at the same time. Reyes versus Jan for the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. As of right now, I got nothing to really gain fighting either of them. Let me know if you guys want to set up a day in 2021 for that Izzy fight. Hopefully you guys will be willing to pay by then. Does he mean pay him the money he didn't ask for? Meanwhile, Jones's latest nemesis, Izzy Israel Adesanya, is out there fighting the good fight too. Following the death of Floyd, the UFC middleweight champ spoke out at a Black Lives Matter protest in New Zealand, and he's justifiably unhappy. I'm sick and tired of seeing those black faces get killed because guess what? I see myself in them, and it's heartbreaking, man. I'm pissed off. Other combat legends are coming out to help however they can, including UFC Hall of Famer Chuck Liddell, who has been on the streets of Huntington Beach breaking up fights and stopping vandalism. And now, according to Mayweather Promotions CEO Leonard Ellerbe, Floyd Mayweather Jr. will be covering the costs of George Floyd's funeral services. With the help of champs and fighters like these, hopefully we can see some peace on the streets of the world in the not-too-distant future. To the COVID lockdowns, and there's been some good news. The UFC has made its triumphant return to Vegas.
Vegas isn't as open as some of these other states are. That's our facility next door, the Apex, which is basically our own arena. So, I mean, that's the safest place in the world for us to hold these events right now.
UFC on ESPN 9 was the first live sporting event in Nevada since the coronavirus lockdowns began. And Gilbert Burns cemented himself as the top welterweight contender with a dominant decision victory over the former champ Tyron Woodley. Outside of the UFC, Bellator may have the pandemic to thank for a potential new member of the roster. Heavyweight boxer and serial bad guy, Dereck Chisora.
I just want to fight. I'm a fighter, so next if we don't get a quick date, we at Bellator.
The Zimbabwe-born slugger was due to fight the undefeated and former undisputed cruiserweight champ Oleksandr Usyk on May 23rd at London's O2 Arena. But the fight has been left in limbo due to the coronavirus outbreak.
I figure out that guys, they come in our sport, why can't we go in there?
But the fight's promoter, Eddie Hearn, has a counter-proposal. He recently announced his plan to stage a series of open-air bouts in the grounds of Matchroom Sports headquarters in Essex, England.
So this is the Matchroom HQ here in Brentwood, right? And this is where we are going to be staging our fight camp. We're going to be having 4 shows here over 4 weeks. The ring is going to be right here. We're going to take that flagpole out.
While Hearn is keen on having Chisora compete at the fight camp, Del Boy isn't. Hence his proposed switch to MMA.
I'm too big for that, man. You need crowd to watch myself, AJ, Alexander, Dylan. You need crowds in the arena, for people to watch big guys go at it. So I don't think behind closed doors is for me.
And in another show of kindness from the combat world, two-time middleweight boxing champ Hassan N'Dam has been helping to train health workers at a hospital in France as a thank you for treating his father-in-law.
I give to each student what they need. In these coronavirus times, medical staff are seeing so many difficult things to process. They come here, each looking for something. Sometimes they need to have fun, laugh, to let off steam. Other times it's to discover something new. Others are coming to learn, improve. So I'm here to know what they need and I give it to them.
With his father-in-law now recovered, the temporary gym will soon be returned to its pre-lockdown role as a children's playroom in the pediatrician wing of the hospital. Gilbert Burns took home a performance bonus at UFC on ESPN 9 for his 5-round shellacking of Tyron Woodley. Mackenzie Dern earned the other with the first ever knee bar finish in women's competition. And Brandon Royval's 2-round wrestle with Tim Elliott won fight of the night.
Thanks for watching. And remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.